Hello, people. I am pleased to welcome you to a update slash different kind of content for my meditation progress project. I've been slacking hard fucking core on these progress projects, but I'm willing to admit that and admit that I need to try a little bit harder and apply myself more and actually do the things that I'm promising I'm going to do and come out with a schedule for my content and stay on top of that. So I do apologize that I've been a little MIA. I've been pretty busy since I moved down here to Florida. Um, but the sun is shining and my face is ready to record some new content for you guys. So I'm going to get a bunch of that done today. Hopefully get most of it posted in the next couple of days, but I can't promise anything right now. I'm kind of dealing with way too much to even be doing this, but hey, I like a challenge. So I'm just going to dive right into it. I'm going to do a different approach here with even the webinar. I'm not going to do a PowerPoint today. I'm going to simply show you how I will be keeping track of my progress on these progress projects. So basically each session is going to have a couple different things in it. It's going to be either, AM or PM. It's going to have the date and like the time and a couple other things here, duration, all that good stuff. I want to have a focus for each session. I want to have a mantra for each session, an affirmation, and some kind of quote or tidbit that inspired me, or maybe even an experience that I had recently, something a friend told me, etc. I'm going to set at least 2 goals for each session. I'm going to pick a mudra or hand position for each session and try to only focus on one for right now. I'm going to do a reflection at the end of each session that is limited to at least 4 questions that I want to ask myself. If I can come up with more, great, but I really want to start challenging myself. And if all goes well, I want to put a video like right about here on each session. God, why is it doing that? So I'm just going to dive right into it. Today is July 14th, 2019. I'm going to shoot for about 15 minutes on this meditation just because it's not guided. I have a hard time sitting still when it's not a guided one. The guided ones like put me to sleep though, so I'm trying to find the happy medium. The focus today is soothing negative memories because I got triggered this week, and it wasn't a huge deal, but it was definitely something that hit a very sore spot for me still. It's like that scar on your ankle from when you cut it open on a nail when you were a kid. Like, still feels different when you run your finger over it. Kind of tickles and it makes you a little uncomfortable when you touch it. I feel like scars that are on the inside kind of have the same effect on us, just in a non-physical way, in an emotional or spiritual way. So that's what post-traumatic stress does, is it shoves all those traumatic memories to a spot where you can't really access them easily, and if you try, your brain's kind of like, you don't really want to think about that, so you don't. But the only way to process trauma and go through post-traumatic growth is to understand and honor. Let's see, let me try that one more time. Jesus Christ. Understand and so that kind of goes into the mantra for the day. You have to understand and honor your suffering for the fact that it's propelled you towards being a better person, surrounding yourself with better people, doing better lifestyle or making better lifestyle choices, all of the above, You have to be grateful for the bad stuff too. If you're only grateful for the good stuff, then the universe is going to keep doling out shitty things to you so that you get used to it and stop complaining as much and start appreciating more. My affirmation kind of goes hand in hand with that too. My growing essence. And I view my essence as that sweet light, that pure light that I put into my dark places when trauma sneaks up on me and my brain tries to pull me back to a traumatic time and thought process in my life. And I've gotten so good at recognizing when it's happening that I can nip it in the bud super quick, and you can learn how to do that too. But anyway, my growing essence nourishes my mind, breath, and spirit. So, Tao, this great little meditation book, is based on philosophy, internal martial arts, which, i.e., meditation, learning all the senses that your body and the universe and your spirit have to offer you. If you can find balance between all three, there are multiple cultures who will say in different variations that that's what enlightenment is. That's what an old soul understands. That's what a sixth sense is. It just depends on how you look at it. So one last thing is the quote of the day. The one that I picked is, "When true light appears, the entire planet turns to face it." And I resonate with that because I feel like you can light up a room just by walking into it with full heart and good intentions and the desire to give good, get good, put your all into your passions and really, really grow as not only a human but a soul being, a soul essence, like a um, spiritual object in the universe that does more than the standard human does. I want to be a healer in the most refined sense. I want to be able to use my empath sponge-like abilities to soak up pain and turn it into love and understanding and motivation. I really believe that there's no such thing as hard. Some things just take longer than others, and this is something that could take me lifetimes. But I'll be damned if I don't put in a fuck ton of work in this lifetime, because I just feel it's necessary. I feel like it's my responsibility as an empath to learn how to navigate these crazy powers that I have and use it for good and set a good example for people. So I'm meditating with some Alright, so I am actually I think I'm gonna get into crystal healing. I've always been kind of like on the fence about it, but I have also heard that they're not just rocks and they hold a lot more power than people give them credit. So I have this white quartz or clear quartz, I guess, that I'm going to be holding on my hand as I do my mudra today. And quartz is supposed to be the most powerful healing stone of the mineral kingdom. Just quoting Google here, but able to work on any condition. Clear quartz is known as the stone of power and amplifies any energy or intention. Clear quartz protects against negativity, attunes to your higher self, and relieves pain. So I figured it was fitting because I'm trying to heal myself from this trigger, or at least be able to go in through meditation and desensitize any negative feelings or emotions, hopefully to nothing, and then reaffirm silently to myself in my mind my affirmation or my mantra of the day, or just anything that pops into my head. That's the thing about meditation. You don't have to neglect all your thoughts. You just have to be mindful and let it pass. Mindful and let it pass. It's like busy cars on a highway. If you're sitting on the side of the highway, you're not going to get hit. Hopefully, if you're far enough away. Let's just say you are. But you could let the noise and the psh, psh, how fast the cars are going by you stress you out, or you could find the calm in the storm and find beauty in what you're witnessing or what you're feeling or what you're seeing, even if it's only for a brief minute. So my goals for this particular session are to focus on my breathing. I want to breathe in 4 seconds. Actually, let me try that again because I want to do it through the nose. Okay, so hold for 2 seconds at the top. Out 4 seconds on the back end. I'm going to keep my hands as still as I can because I've noticed in a lot of my other videos that I get really restless and start like clenching and doing some weird things. So I'm only going to do one mudra moving forward in my sessions. For this particular one, I felt like the third eye mudra, I'm not even going to try to say that. Kalesvara, maybe? I did try to say it. It's fine. And this is a psychic connection through energy. And meditation is only going to amplify like these feelings, especially if you breathe really deeply and kind of let yourself fall into it. This releases confusion and ignorance, i.e., bad self-talk, anything like that that's negative. Allows for true will and courage to connect with the gods, or in my practice, the universe. And I choose not to conform to any religion right now. That might change in the future. I'm not sure. But as of right now, it's just the universe to me. And when I'm speaking to the universe, I feel like I'm speaking to a reincarnated version of myself, like a higher self. It's a guardian angel that, I'm the driver, not my grandma or a relative. I believe that I have other guardians that look over me, just not in a direct, this is what you need to do kind of way. That definitely comes from you and comes from yourself. So I think it's super important to take responsibility for your healing and know that it's not going to be a fucking cakewalk, but this is the kind of shit that makes it happen. So I'm just going to get on into it. I'm going to restart my music here and I will touch base with you guys when I'm done. This down here. Okay. Namaste. Release all negative energy from the room. Only love and light will shine through. Let's see my mudra. Basically, just like this. Pinkies together, up, thumbs together towards the heart, and then the other three fingers touch on the second knuckle. Wise inner being, inner voice, inner intuition, third eye, divine energy. I honor you. Alright, now I will begin. Oh, it looks like a heart. Okay, I think Okay, so I am back. When I'm done meditating, I just like to take this little token that my Grandma Allison gave me. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. It says, I am at peace with myself and the world. And I'll just kind of sit here and rub it. Breathe into it and really feel that I believe these words. I am at peace with myself and the world. Namaste. So, I guess something's better to sit on here. So, I think that I was really antsy. I've had a lot going on, so I'm definitely going to put down something like, and actually here, let me go to the desktop so you guys can see this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the desktop here. I revised this because this note thing was getting like really, really annoying. So I have a couple of reflections for this meditation session. I really do believe that I was really antsy, and I don't really know why. I know that I've had a lot going on lately, and it's weird because my thoughts were very calm, but my body was so fidgety. And you kind of have to ask yourself deeper questions with meditation, like, why would my body be antsy but not mind as much? Just very recently I started reading a book about our chakras and the energy that we hold in our body, and it's really interesting. I've only gotten through the first couple chapters, but I will definitely be using that in my next lesson on my blog for self-love. So look for the chakras lesson I got this week. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys soon in content, because I think that has a lot to do with that first question that I just asked. Let's see, what power do they hold for us as individuals? I'm being lazy right now, don't judge me. Versus unified. And I also noticed that I was very comfortable with my head to the side while I was meditating today. So I'm going to ask, does it matter how you hold your body when you meditate? I feel like there's different opinions on that last question, but it's something that I really question a lot, because I've heard mixed things about it from multiple people, and I'm not sure if it's actually like a health concern. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that this week before I make my next video. I know that sounds dumb, but it was a thought that I had after the fact. But I've never had any issues with just putting myself in the most comfortable position that I feel in that moment. So what are the most beneficial meditation positions? Cool. And that's that, folks. So without further ado, I'm gonna get writing on or finishing writing on the self-love content, and I should be ready to post in the next couple days. Yay! Well, anyway, ta-ta for now.